ball returns in my approach. That looked pretty good. Crush him again.
Welcome back to JR Pro Shop Vids, everyone. Today we got the brand new Eruption from Columbia 300. Brandon Riley's going to be throwing it today, and he's going to compare it to his favorite Pearl ball here, the Obsession Tour Pearl. So a little bit about the Eruption here. It's got the same core as the Resurgence from way back in the day from Columbia 300. Not the same core as the Eruption Pro from a couple years ago, so be careful of that. This has a little bit lower RG and a little bit higher differential. So what that means is this ball's going to hook a little bit more and a little bit earlier than the Eruption Pro. So Columbia 300 doesn't have very many balls in the lineup. They have the Power Torque and they have the Beast and a few spare balls. So this one right here is going to fit right below the Power Torque and right above the Beast. So usually you want to use this ball a little bit later in the day when the lanes are going to be dried out a little bit, lots of play, lots of traffic on the lanes. This ball is going to be really good. So today Brandon's going to be testing out on a fresh condition though, the house pattern we have, carbon, 42 feet, 10-1. We don't want to be here all night and watch Brando on a challenge shot. So the Eruption here is like a mid-range price point, just below the Power Torque in the Columbia 300 lineup. It'll be a step down from a Web Pearl, another Sim Pearl for hammer, and also a step down from the Melee Jab from Brunswick, just to give you another reference point of where this ball might fit in your lineup. Exclusive perks, special offers, click the join button below if you want to become a member of the JR Pro Shop Vids family. Let's rotate on the lanes and see what Brandon does with this on a fresh condition.
Brando's back again, this time with the Columbia 300 Eruption Pearl. I'm excited for this ball. It's a new mid-range piece that's going to be good for medium to drier lanes. And let's take this out on our house shot and see what happens. I just finished bowling with my Knockout and Knockout Black and Blue, so these lanes have had a little bit of wear, but it'd be pretty similar to what you see in probably game 2 of League. This is a 42-foot 10-1 League pattern, so I should strike a lot. That ball got down the lane and made a very strong move down. And that was a little more backhand than I expected. This isn't the first time I've thrown this ball. Usually during most of these reviews, it's the first game or session I've had. I've used this on short before and actually had a really good time going third arrow to the ditch. This ball can cover some territory down lane when there's some help. So let's move in a little bit, find some head oil, and wheel this off the dry boards. Tons of backhand and tons of recovery off the dry boards. But it doesn't look too sharp and jerky. That's always the reaction I'm worried about, is seeing the ball really duck hook and be uncontrollable. That ball covered a lot of ground without being too hard, at least to my eye. Too sharp and uncontrollable there. Crush him again. Yeah, that ball's really turning down the lane. Honestly, I wouldn't use this ball in such fresh lanes when the backends are so strong. This is a ball I'd want to add to my bag later on in the day. At games 4, 5, 6, when I'm moving further left and needing that help. This will be an interesting challenge, but we'll see what we can do here. I think the play here is really going to be to increase my speed. I'm worried about my ball hooking when I miss left on my target. So I want to find that forgiveness using speed. One of my favorite tools here. That's better. Just a little faster to keep the ball in line. I was worried that anything that I missed would be high through the face. Let's keep giving it the heat here. Wide a target. And that's just the ball getting a little too far down the lane before it hooks. Even though it hits the pocket, it doesn't necessarily mean that it's a good shot or a good shape. Let's try something different. Let's try something a little stronger. Obsession Tour Gold. If you watched our Best Balls of 2021 video, this would have had my vote for number 2 anyway, behind the solid. Same alignment, keeping the speed firm. This cover should be a little stronger, so this ball should start up just a little bit more. Yeah, so that ball just rolls a little bit sooner, and it's not quite as responsive off the dry boards. This will be more effective on a fresher condition, and that looked really good. Let's do that again. Not bad. I mean, I need to make a little bit of a move to the left with my feet to find some more oil, but this is pretty close. Let's make that move and make a better shot. 2 boards with my feet, 1 board with my eyes. No, that wasn't my best shot, but the correct move. Well, my last ball struck, but it wasn't great off my hand. Just a better release, you can get the ball through the pins the right way. Then we'll hook the Eruption Pearl again. Oh yeah, that looked pretty good. Let's hook some balls. Want to see a trick shot?
That might not be too bad. Oh!
Question 2. As somebody on Brunswick staff, I haven't had a lot of opportunity to throw other brands, so I was really excited when I had the chance to throw Columbia. What brand would you like to try? Let me know in the comments below. Let's see what that Eruption Pearl can do hooking. See what kind of shapes I can make. That came back. Let's do that again. I normally wouldn't recommend standing so far left and hooking it so much on the house shot, but you know what? Why not? If I've got some decent ball reaction and the ball's going through the pins the right way, a couple more strikes, hooking the whole lane here on the house shot, we're gonna head back to the shop. Hit pins. Oh, that was almost high flush 710. That's just a lot of angle here. And this is really just for fun. Realistically, I'd probably be trying to use this ball on wood lanes, something really late in the day, and probably playing deeper than this. So you know what? Let's get deeper. This Eruption Pearl just continues to make the corner. Let's go another 5 left. That's really impressive. To see a ball at the mid-range hook this much down lane, like, bravo, Columbia. That's impressive. I feel like I'm in the Goots territory all the way left here. It's rare that I'm worried about ball returns in my approach. Almost. Coast to coast. As much fun as it is to hook the whole lane, this probably isn't the ideal way to score, but you know, it's fun, so we're doing it. I think the shot's probably at third arrow with something a little more sanded. Knockout black and blue maybe. But we'll wheel one again. All right, back to the shop. All right, back from the lanes. And we went and whacked the house pattern with the Eruption Pearl. This ball had a ton of backend and was really recovering off those dry boards, and it was quite impressive. Honestly, it was a little more shape and angle than I really needed on this pattern. I like seeing hook, and I like to wheel on it, so that made me feel pretty good. Honestly, probably wasn't exactly what I needed to score, but just to see the pins dance like that was a lot of fun. I had a pretty good shot going around third arrow out to 8. I was happy with what I saw, and I saw a lot of backhand motion, but it was also fun to stand against a ball return and just hook the whole lane as well. It's not often I get to play coast to coast here at Lucky 9. It's usually a pretty slick center, but all the back end from this ball allowed me to cover some extra boards. Compared to my Obsession Tour Pearl, the Eruption Pearl hooked almost as much in terms of boards covered. The only difference was shape, and the Obsession Tour Gold is stronger because it starts up a little earlier. It can handle some more oil, blends out the pattern a little bit better, and for me is a tournament piece where I can use it on a wider variety of lane conditions. Eruption Pearl is something I want to use when I need the ball to really recover off the dry and I'm trying to open up my angles, or I'm trying to create some help off those dry boards. The Obsession Tour Gold gives me a little more control. For my style of play, is something I'm going to use more often. I'm still going to add one more piece to my tournament arsenal, and that's a ball for drier lanes. I was hoping that the Eruption Pearl would be that piece. I'm just worried that's actually a little stronger than I need. I might need a ball from one series lower that'll go a little bit straighter, a little bit longer, and not take to the dry boards as hard. With that being said though, this is still a ball that will be in my tournament bag from time to time depending on the situation. This will be a gap piece for lane surfaces that hook a little bit more and situations where I know I'm going to have to stand a little further left and help the ball corner. This is not a ball I'm necessarily going to need in league, especially on a house condition where there's a more defined wet and dry spot. I think this would be something I can use later in the day on a challenge pattern or something more tournament related. Our house shot at Lucky 9 has quite a bit of oil in the front part of the lane and a very strong back end. This was not the correct ball to use today, although after a few more games of bowling I think it would have looked a lot better. I would recommend this ball for people who have a little bit softer ball speed and a heavier ball roll. Somebody like Simu would really enjoy the ball motion that this ball gives. It's going to give him a little bit more length to the front part of the lane and store a lot of energy to cover some big time territory before the pins. It'll be a ball that somebody like that could use when moving his feet further left and just give him a bit of a different look than anything else in his bag. I think that a higher rev player like Jimu or even Goots would probably struggle with this ball. It's just going to be too sharp and too strong off those dry boards. It'd be a little bit tough to control for that kind of a player. So this is something I would recommend for medium to lower rev players with medium to softer ball speed. Final thoughts, I really like the way the Eruption Pearl rolled. It had a really nice ball roll, a very nice motion. It was just a little too strong down lane for me. Personally, I hope that a solid or hybrid version comes out because I think that would suit my style and my needs a little bit more. I'm still very impressed by this release by Columbia. It's something definitely worth checking out. It's beautiful colors. And it's going to be a ball motion that a lot of people are going to enjoy seeing with that sharp back end. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and please comment below, what bowling ball brand are you yet to try and would you like to try? Please hit the join button below and become a member of the channel. See you later.